nice, sweet, good. He's just a really sweet guy. He is a really nice guy. Maybe he's too nice. I don't think I can date him because he's too nice. Yeah. He's so sweet. He just thinks of all my needs and he does everything. Like, he treats me so wonderfully. He's so polite, so respectful, so caring, such a good listener. He always has the right words. He makes me laugh. He's so considerate, attentive, validating, appreciating. He compliments me. He's amazing. I don't think I can date him. I don't think I can be in a relationship with him. Yeah, we have this concept that nice guys finish last. And when we think about what nice guy means, it's everything that I just said and then some, right? We could fill in so many different things. But those were all like really great characteristics. And if you think about it, as a guy out there, you're probably thinking, well, doesn't a woman want a good guy? Doesn't she want somebody who compliments her, loves on her, makes her laugh, gives her what she wants, validates her, is polite, respectful, a gentleman? Isn't that what a woman wants? She wants a gentleman. And a gentleman means to do these things. Doesn't she want that? Doesn't the modern woman want that? Well, absolutely the modern woman wants that. Except, here's the thing. We have made this nice guy concept into something that it's not. So you see, modern day nice guy, he's those things, or at least that's how we would describe him, or he's depicted, much like nice guys have been depicted that way forever, right? Those are just nice characteristics. I could say the same thing about a woman, right? It doesn't matter what sex you are. Those are just nice characteristics. To be polite, to be respectful, to be compassionate, to be, to understand your feelings, to be vulnerable, to do the right thing, right? Yeah, those are all good qualities, no matter male, female. But nice guys today, here's the thing, and they've probably always been this way. I can only speak for my time frame, right? So I'm sure that even if we roll back 50, 60, 100 years, that nice guys still were kind of like this. But the reason why we believe that nice guys finish last is because we see that women say that they want these characteristics in a man, but then women consistently turn down the relationships with men who are offering those, or they're short-lived relationships, right? Or they just don't pan out very well. And then you see that the woman has gone off with a guy that maybe isn't as nice, right? Well, he's more stubborn, he's more rigid, he's more opinionated, he's more cocky, he's more aggressive, he's more, domineering. Why do women also want those characteristics? And how do they go together, right? Well, in today's world, we have made this idea that nice guy means soft, means somebody who's a complete and total people pleaser, is yes ma'aming the situation, is not, open about what his opinion is. Instead of having an opinion, having a direction, making a stand, he's trying to be politically correct, right? Trying not to get into hot water, trying to keep the peace. And is that okay, babe? Is that okay? Perhaps over validates his partner, where he, is constantly complimenting, constantly putting her on a pedestal and worshiping her, right? Well, that sounds nice. Like, who doesn't want to be worshipped a little bit? Wording a little bit. Like, yeah, we should worship each other in our partnerships, in our relationships. We should honor and worship each other. But constant worshiping, that's degrading to one person, right? Because it puts that person on a pedestal. It makes them just this, superhuman that can do no wrong. And the funny thing about us human beings is that we need a little bit of fight back, a little bit of reality check. If we have too much positive, then we get bored. We don't like it anymore. It's just, it becomes negative. Too much positive becomes negative. So we do need a little bit of negativity in there. Well, that doesn't mean calling her names. That doesn't mean, physical, verbal, mental abuse of any nature by I don't want anybody to believe that. But what it does mean is that there might be a little bit of, argument. I hear all the time, and I'm going to share briefly. I have a client who every time I talk to him, he tells me, we've been together a couple of years and we've never had a fight. We've never argued. Like, we have the perfect relationship. We don't argue. And he's like, so I don't understand why she's not happy, because we don't argue. Like, everything's great. We always have fun together. I do all these things for her. Like, I plan it out. We go on trips. We do this, we do that. She's amazing. She's just perfect. So perfect. Meanwhile, when I talk to her, she's going, I just want him to make a decision. I want him to decide what we're doing. I want him to stop asking me all the time what I'm okay with. I want him to, and here's what we are doing wrong, gentlemen out there in the world, and ladies who support this nice guy, which is actually soft guy or weak masculine in our world today that we've developed, is that men don't know how to lead. And the most sexy thing that a guy can offer a woman and really be able to attract a high quality woman that is aligned to him, that can be that life partner, is to be a leader. Be confident in himself and be a leader. There is nothing more sexy than leadership. Leadership does not mean to dominate a situation, to overpower, to be controlling, to be manipulating, to be cocky, to any of those things. Leadership means that you have clear guidelines, you have boundaries, you have principles, you have morals, and you're not afraid to stand on them and say, this is who I am. I'm going this way. This is what is right. Instead of going, well, what's right with you? Okay, oh my God, you're amazing. Just tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. So, much like my client who is, tell me what to do. She can do no wrong. She's perfect. She's so smart. She's so beautiful. She's so this, she's so that. That's great. And as women do love our compliments, but we like real compliments. Just like we like gifts because it's coming from here, not just because you want to prove to us that you have enough money in the bank or you're super romantic, because you know what? Any woman who is above the age of 30, for sure, right, has probably dealt with enough guys who aren't serious, and we've all been love bombed at this level where we're like, oh wow, that love bombing, that's amazing, right? It's so Cinderella, it's so Pretty Woman, it's this, it's that. But at the end of the day, if that's all you got is love bombing and some gifts, and then there's no follow through, and this person has no integrity and no morals and no strength, then you're not going to feel safe. And the very biggest thing that all women desire in a relationship is safety, security, and it goes beyond the financial kind, okay? We want mental security. We want physical security. We want, and this is the big one, emotional security with you guys, right? And emotional security means that you're emotionally mature, means that you can be vulnerable, And vulnerability doesn't just mean that you're crying over some, sappy love story movie or sad story on the news or a commercial that got you or something like that. It doesn't mean that you're crying all the time. That's not what vulnerability is. Vulnerability means that you can share your feelings about what is going on, whether that is positive, negative, somewhere in between, your upset, your sadness, your disillusion, any of that kind of stuff. And very, very much so that you can authentically share where you stand in the relationship and how you feel about her in a clear way. It doesn't mean that you have to get all this like, oh, I love you so much, I can't live without you. No. It means that you can clearly state your feelings about multiple things. Yes, women do want to know how you feel about them, though. Like that's a big, big, big one, right? So that allows us to feel emotionally safe, secure, right? And here's the thing about the wishy-washy, the weak, the soft, the what we have depicted as Mr. Nice Guy of today's world is that he has no idea, opinion as to who he is, what he stands for, how he feels. He's going to always look to her for the answer. And how secure do you feel with somebody who always has to look to you for the answer? Now, granted, there's plenty of things that we might go, what's your opinion on that? This is different than what's your opinion. This is different than I really have no opinion. I'm good with anything here, because we can be in those states too. This is, I'm not going to tell you my opinion because I just want it to be you, and I want it always to be you. You lead, babe. A man who tells his woman to lead all the time is a man who has no direction, no clarity, and no leadership. And that makes him scary because you can't trust somebody like that. And what is relationship built on? Relationship is built on trust. And trust comes from integrity. And integrity is based in being able to say who you are, what you think, what you feel, talk about your life, talk about the future, and not be overly concerned with, hey, am I being politically correct here? Are you going to totally get upset with the fact that I want to take us this way right now? Or I have a trip planned for right here, or I really want this, or I really want that. It doesn't mean that you're going to force your will on somebody. Leadership's not a forcing of will. It's not a controlling, but it is a guidance with clear boundaries and knowing that you have non-negotiables. So things that are deal breakers. The nice guys of today don't have deal breakers. So there you go. Why do nice guys finish last? Because they have limited to no leadership ability. They don't have boundaries. They're people pleasers. They're over swooners. They're over love bombers. They're beggy in nature. They're over complimenting, worshiping at a level that is unhealthy. Anxiety attachment style, potentially. And that is not appealing in the long run to the woman of today, right? Yeah. I once dated, well, I might have dated a few guys like this, but I once dated a man who was very much this. It was constantly like, yeah, there was no fighting going on because I could do no wrong. And what ended up happening in that relationship was I lost all respect for this man, because there was never, ever an opinion from him that was different than mine. Think about that. Just think about that for a second. So, gentlemen, if you think that nice guys finish last, yeah, they do, but only if they're those kind of nice guys. The nice guy that you want to be, the nice guy that a woman wants, is probably better framed if we use the word good. I want a good guy. I want a guy that is strong in who he is, that I can trust, that I have respect for, that I know has my back, that can speak his truth, that can tell me how he feels, that can control his emotions as well, and control his actions. A man that is integrity based. That's a nice guy. So maybe striving for that kind of nice guy, which is a really good guy, and having that clarity and having that strength of who you are is the answer to finding the woman that you really, truly want. I'd love to hear your opinion about this. There's so many different places that I could go with this, but if you have fallen into the trap of being one of those nice guys who's always catering and doing those things and not finding the girl, I'd love to hear your story. Right? Leave it in the comments below. DM me with something, If you are a woman listening to this, I'd love to have your opinion on it. How do you feel about these guys that are always worshiping, always love bombing, always just, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, okay, whatever you want, babe, whatever you want, it's you, you're perfect, and have no real opinion of their own? I'd love to hear the ladies' stories out there of the men that they've been with, that they've dated, that act like this, and what you actually were wanting from your guy in those moments. Why did you say goodbye to him? Right? And gentlemen, just figure out who you are. And if you can figure out who you are and you can stand on who you are and say, these are my principles, these are my values, these are the things that I believe in, these are the things that I want and need in life from myself and from a partner. More than what her hair color is, how she puts on her makeup, how big her breasts are, or her physique, because yeah, we might need, the physique. We are attracted on the front side to each other because of our physical traits. But that doesn't make a relationship. What makes a relationship is a friendship, is connection, to have longevity and happiness, which is key. Because there's plenty of people that have been together for years and years and years, decades for that fact, and they're not happy. What makes a happy relationship, which is a successful relationship and gives longevity to it, is alignment. Alignment of your beliefs, alignment of your values, alignment of your life. Are you blendable together? And can you truly commit and get in there with somebody? Because at the end of the day, that day being your life, you're going to look back and you're going to say, did I have everything with this person that I really truly wanted? Or was it just a little bit of fun? Because going for the fun, going for the beauty, going for the sexy sell that any of us can give, that's all short-term thinking, short-term relating. You have to be intentful about who you want, why you want them, what the relationship is, where you're going with it, why are you even getting into relationship? Because relationship, like domestic union, partnership, marriage, even just dating on the front side, most difficult thing us human beings can do next to parenting, okay? It is challenging, so challenging, and it forces us to grow, it forces us to expand, and we go into it without any intentions and without any understanding of what we want, who we are, and then we wonder, why? Why did we get ghosted? Why? Why did she dump me? Why? Why is she not happy? Why? Why is she so angry with me all the time? Why is she so naggy? Why did she take the sex away? Why is she now dating somebody else? Why? Why am I always like the one that gets dumped? Why can't I find my soulmate, my partner for life? Why? I'm just too nice. I'm too sweet. Damn right you are. You're too nice, you're too sweet. And it's not because you're showing the good traits of being nice. It's because you have no boundaries, no foundation, no leadership. But you know what? You have it in you. You do. You have it in you. So with a little bit of focus, a little bit of work, you can make that happen. And if you'd like more information on that, that's exactly what I do. I work with men to help them find their life partner and learn the skills required to do that and how to take action and call her into your life in a really quick time. All right, I will catch you guys tomorrow with another tip, story, or something on dating in today's world.